welcome to the RPG podcast where the redheads playing games.
I'm MJ.
And I'm Jess. And welcome to episode 8. We made it past that 7-day hump.
Yes, the death episode.
7-episode hump. We're going to address the elephant in the room right away. This is a bit of a different setup for us. We were trying to do something a little bit experimental for this episode, but we're going to save it for next week.
We will.
So
we will.
That'll be a little bit interesting.
We will.
But yeah, so this is a kind of a little bit of a behind the scenes almost. You can see a little bit more of the room that we film in, a little bit of a different angle. Mm-hmm. It was...
It's our usual table over there.
A real pain to set this up, which is why we didn't go back.
Yeah.
Because we would have been here all night.
Yeah, literally all night. Much later than usual right now.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if the lighting gives that away or not. Probably not, because we have wonderful lighting. So we don't have that many topics for you guys today.
Look at Tiki Joe's head. Wonderful lighting.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah, he's getting a tan.
He's just a little oily.
Yeah, that's
no
all.
big deal. So we are going to cover
small bit of notes.
Only a little bit of topics today. Because like we said, there wasn't much news going on, and we also had something else planned originally, but things don't always work out, you know?
Yep. Next week. Next week.
So I think one of the main topics that you guys will be interested in, and that is kind of all over the place, so by the time you hear it, you'll probably have heard it everywhere.
Of course.
But Red Dead Redemption 2 has been pushed back to October.
But it has a date.
Yes, it does.
A real date.
Yes.
So, October 26th, which is a few days after my birthday. Ooh. They put out some real nice looking screen caps.
Mm-hmm. They sure did.
I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
I'll wait. I can wait.
I can wait. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Because it's inevitable that things get pushed back these days, but that just means that they're going to be perfect when they come out.
Yeah. Especially
Hopefully.
Considering when they did announce it last fall, there was absolutely nothing at all besides... It'll be out in the fall. Like, there was no screen caps. There was nothing. Mm-hmm. So if it had actually come out last fall or this spring, I would have been really surprised.
Yeah.
That it had that tight of a lid on it.
Yeah.
Just because that doesn't ever happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it will be out October, and it will be wonderful, and we will all finally get to play it after waiting forever.
Literally forever.
How many years?
Skyrim came out in 2011, which means Red Dead came out in 2010. So, like, 8 years.
That's even a little bit longer than I waited for Persona 5. And I
wow.
thought that was a long time. That was 5 years, I think.
Do you like my point of reference is Skyrim?
Yeah.
That's how I reference everything.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It's funny, I almost didn't notice because that kind of a thing happens so often. I was like, yep, makes sense.
Yep. I was very excited about Skyrim this week. This isn't announced. Yes. I'm just going to put this out there.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're going to talk about.
At this point, it'll have been last week. I think it came out on the 27th. Might have been the week before that. There is a new mod on Skyrim for PC. I don't know if it came out for consoles. But it is a squirrel mod, a squirrel companion mod. So you can have a squirrel companion, kind of like the dog companion. You can have an army of little squirrels. You can have a giant squirrel mount. And it's fantastic. There are no squirrels.
This is basically her dream come true now.
Yes, it was made for me and I didn't even have to ask. I'm very excited. I just reinstalled Skyrim on my PC. Literally last night.
So now you can have squirrels in your game.
Yes!
It seriously didn't have squirrels in it before?
No, there's no squirrels. There's rabbits.
That seems a little
foxes.
weird.
There's wolves.
That seems a little weird.
I know. They don't really have too many birds either. I'm pretty sure the birds are usually in mods.
Now I'm upset because I'm a big bird person.
You have to mod them in.
Not literally. I'm not literally bird person, but
you're more sea life person.
Yeah, definitely aquatics.
And horses.
And horses, yeah.
Always.
Another cool one is MarioKart Tour, which I'm sure you guys have heard about by now. But it is the Mario Kart mobile game.
Mm-hmm. First we
play
had
it on your phone.
Mario for phones, then went Animal Crossing for phones, and now Mario Kart, which I would have thought would have been like the first one they would have done.
Speaking of, I'm going to take us on a little journey. Speaking of Animal Crossing, do you remember when we talked about Nintendo Labo, and we were talking about the house.
You pronounced it right. Good job.
I took a second there. Did you hear the?
I did.
I actually watched a video of someone doing hands-on with it. And the house is not Animal Crossing, unfortunately.
That was hopeful thinking.
But it does look kind of cool, kind of like a Tamagotchi that you don't have to, like, take care of, but you get to, like, mess around with. So, like, there's different things you can use with the house, like anti-grab, you can fill it up with water, you have a little mobile that it can play with. And
I like that.
so, the house isn't Animal Crossing, unfortunately.
I like that. I actually just bought the 20th anniversary Tamagotchi.
Oh yeah, your old man.
Yes, I got the old man, which in most games was like very hard to come by. You had to breed 2 old Tamagotchis together to get him. In the mini, apparently, it's really common, which made me feel less special about it.
It's okay. Don't let it.
He had a good life. 7 days went by. He's dead again. It's all right.
Anyway, where we started was Mario Kart Tour. But
Have to wait a while.
Yes.
It's going to be March of 2019. By March of 2019. So the end of next fiscal year.
Yeah. But I'm hoping it'll be pretty cool. I am interested to see how multiplayer works. If it's going to be as easy as just being in the same room, or if it's going to be lobby based, or if you're going to have to put in like
words with friends, or maybe you play with that way.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see, because they can't make a Mario Kart that's not multiplayer.
No.
It just won't work.
No.
So I am very
I like
excited.
if you
I'm
do this
hopeful.
and stuff. Can you imagine Rainbow Road with this?
Oh my god, I'm falling off every
Oh,
curve.
it'd be so fun though.
Well, of course it would be fun, because it's Mario Kart. Mario Kart's always fun.
Oh yeah.
Especially if
Rainbow Road.
some of your very close friends are involved, because then you can really scream at each other.
Yes. Always good. Always good. That's a hint, by the way, on next week.
That's true.
It's an off-base hint, but it's a hint.
Mm-hmm. Because we will probably be screaming at each other.
Yeah, we will. 100%. It will not go well.
Next week's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I want it to just be next episode
next
already.
week. Can we just have episode 9 already?
Yeah.
I know you guys are really excited for next episode too, because you want to know what we're talking about.
It'll be good.
You want the
promise.
inside scoop.
Promise you're going to enjoy it. On the same kind of Nintendo topic, Switch online servers are finally going to launch in September.
Finally.
They did announce a price. It's going to be $20 for the year, which is really good.
Cheap.
Works out to $1.67 a month. If you wanted to do a short term, it's going to be way more expensive. It's going to be 1 month for $4 or 3 months for $8, which is ridiculous markup on that. So they're really trying to push for the year. But until then, you can still play free.
It's so cheap. It's $60 on both Xbox and PlayStation.
PlayStation was cheap when it was $50, and it went up to $60. So them doing it at $20 for the year is pretty impressive. But their multiplayer games are still fairly limited. I don't know if I would really go for a $50 for the year.
Yeah.
So it's fair for now.
Yeah, definitely.
The other note that I'm very excited about, and I haven't heard too much yet, I'm sure there'll be more come Monday, but Tera Online is coming to PS4 and Xbox One. If you don't know, it's a huge MMO. It launched originally in 2012 in North America. By the next year, not even a full year later, it went from pay-to-play to free-to-play, which made a lot more people hop on. Early on, it was one of the few that toted like an action-based battle system. Really, it's just like pretty much every other MMO. You've got your tab bar, or your tab bar, whatever. They don't call it a tab bar. You're like 1, 2, 3, your icons.
Yeah.
And it's dynamic battle mechanics. It's kind of weird because it has classes that are gender based. So
I didn't know that about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. It's a little outdated. Like ninjas are only females.
Genji would be upset to hear that.
Yeah, so it's a little different, but I guess it's kind of like going old school, like Diablo 2 days, where it was one character was your class and you couldn't change the look. But now you can change the look. You're just cemented in that gender. I don't know.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense, but it's a little weird. I'm not going to enjoy playing it once it goes live on consoles because it is an open world PvP.
Ah, all the humans.
So...
If you guys remember or listen to any of our other ones, you will know.
Yep.
MJ here does not like playing games with other humans.
No. Nope.
Totally not the sweet spot for you.
No. MMOs I'll kind of do if I don't have to do anything overly stressful.
Mm-hmm.
So dungeons aren't really my cup of tea. But add in PvP all over the place, like in WoW, like those neutral zones. I can't. I cannot. Right now it's a little safe for me on PC because the servers are really, really empty. It's been a while since they've had pretty packed servers. So right now it's kind of safe. Once it goes PS4 and Xbox One, though, it's going to be pretty packed. I think this is a great job of them trying to, like, revitalize the game by putting it on consoles.
It's still going to be free to play, right? On consoles?
Still free to play.
Good.
Still free to play, and it's very cool, honestly. Like, just the graphic style of it. It's kind of like Black Desert or a little bit like a Final Fantasy. It's got a bit more of a cartoony fantasy vibe.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely gorgeous. So... I'm excited. And there's beta testing that you can sign up for. You just go to the website, I'll put it in the links below, and you can sign up for the beta testing for either console.
Very cool. I don't think I'll probably do the beta test, but I think I'll give it a try when it comes out.
Yeah, I won't.
I've been getting more into MMOs than I was in the past. I think ESO really opened that up for me.
Yeah, we still have to play that together.
I know. Are you actually going to play it, or are we just going to hang out in, like...
I'll kind of play it.
A bar room.
I'll kind of play it.
We don't have to do any dungeons or anything, because I'm not really
just
good
like,
at those yet either.
Little mobs, that's fine.
Speaking of games that are annoying... Just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't have anything to base that off of. I was trying to do transitions. You can't leave me in charge of transitions.
I mean, last episode you did have 1 or 2.
Yeah, but you had like 12.
It was the syrup. I don't have them this episode.
I know. We don't have anything to drink this episode.
Yeah, I know. That falls into the whole thing we were going to be doing.
It's throwing us off. We had things prepared that are right over here to my side, and...
Yeah.
I want to drink it, but it's not the time, okay?
It's not the time.
But what I was trying to transition into was some more Destiny updates, because that game is annoying everybody right now.
See, you had the transition.
It was very rough. It wasn't like as smooth as silk,
you force it to be smooth.
So, as always, every week, I've got something new going on with Destiny to talk about. This week, they are working on putting some changes into their PvP and speeding it up, just in general. So they want it to be a quicker, more fluid, more satisfying experience for everybody. So they're working on making movement faster, making your abilities and super cooldowns faster, faster attack animations, faster dodge animations, faster power respawn times. It's going to be reduced by 25, 30, or 40% depending on which mode you're playing in. And a new thing will be that enemies will actually drop power ammo if they're killed with it, and it'll sit on the ground for 30 seconds and be available to be picked up.
That's cool.
And after 30 seconds, it'll disappear.
Right.
Yeah. So they're just trying to make it easier to, have fast matches.
Right.
Making it so it's like, if you go into a match, you're not stuck in it for 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
It can be over a lot quicker. You can get your results faster. And it'll just be more satisfying in general, because waiting for your ultimate to charge is so frustrating sometimes. Especially if you're up against like a really, really good team and you can't get any kills on them. It's kind of a way of leveling the playing field as well. So they're trying to make everything faster, and those changes will be coming within the next couple months, they said. So look out for those. Hopefully it's not so fast that it feels like you need to have ADHD in order to comprehend it.
Snow will be good at that.
I don't know. There's some,
he's just so, fast on everything he, reads in the games.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, how did you even see that over there? How did you even know that was going on? And he's just like, oh.
There's some custom games in Overwatch where you can bump up the speed, and when I'm in those, if I ever jump into one for whatever reason, I'm just like, I need to hold on to something. I'm moving so fast right now.
That's like his cup of tea.
And then I'll get used to it and go back to normal, and I'm like, am I stuck in cement or something? What's going on? So I'm hoping it won't be as extreme as like bumping up the speed by like 100% and just like throwing it in there.
He'll love that if that's the case.
But it should be pretty good of a change because faster abilities, faster ultimates, faster movement, attacking, all that stuff. Should be just an overall pretty positive change for Destiny. Nothing really that the community was super adamant about. I mean, there was definitely people talking about it because they did get this idea from the community.
Right.
But it was never something on my list.
Hardcore as Epic did. That was one of the things that like really killed it. They started really ramping up like the speed in which you know, everybody moved, and there was no more like lag, or not lag, but the delay on the running. And
you don't have a chance to like plan anything. It's all just boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So we'll see how it turns out.
You have one more bit of news that I also don't care about. These are just our topics.
Oh, we're just gonna go right into it. We're talking about Overwatch now. Bow, bow. And I am super excited to talk about Overwatch right now because Mercy just got nerfed down to the ground. Bam. So, for anyone that hasn't played recently or just hasn't played yet since the new patch has come out, Mercy is dead. And there will be people who will disagree with me about it. One of my best friends disagrees with me and thinks Mercy is still fun and still playable. They just need to buff her healing a little bit. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking to you. It's not. It's not. Okay, so here's the deal. Mercy, they changed her ult from Resurrect to Valkyrie. Valkyrie used to be you could revive 2 people during your 20-second ult, which was already a nerf from her old thing because she could resurrect 5 at a time with that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So she could res 2, and she was able to like fly around, and she could shoot people a lot better. Then they nerfed it, so she didn't get an extra damage boost, and she what was it? Her res when she wasn't in ult was a 2-second cast. So it was like, and that was how you res someone out of your ult form.
Okay.
And now, oh, she's done. She's done. Okay, so she has normally her 2-second res cast. So 1, 2, res, and she's totally vulnerable. But now, when she reses in her Valkyrie form, they nerfed the time of your ult from 20 to 15.
Okay.
The cooldown on your res counter is already 30 seconds.
Okay.
So if you use it before you go into Valkyrie, you can't even res again anyway.
Oh.
But they made it so when you're in your res, like when you're in your ultimate form, when you're in Valk, you can't even instant res anymore. It's still the 2-second cast.
So what's the point of...
Yep. Okay. That's the reaction. What's the point? And she also moves slower now, too, in her Valkyrie form.
So if anything, it's gonna hurt your gameplay. Okay.
Yeah. And the pros are super psyched about this. You can find videos all over the internet of them on their Twitches being like, Mercy's been nerfed, and just like praising it and being like, yes, people won't play her anymore. I don't have to play her anymore. Won't see her anymore.
Okay.
But I gotta tell you, a part of me is upset. I am a little sad. She used to be so fun to play, and then it was like, okay, yeah, we have to change her a little bit. I get it. People were playing like little bitches. But then she was still fun to play, but now they've just ruined her. They ruined her. They just...
You've been nothing but positive until literally this moment about this whole thing. Like, this whole time you've been like, yay, yay! And all of a sudden you're like,
They ruined her. I'm sorry. It's true.
I thought you were happy about this.
I am, but I prefaced that I was a little bit upset.
Okay.
I prefaced me saying this by a little part of me is upset.
Okay.
Because I used to like to play Mercy. I mean, not as much as like Lucio or Zenyatta, but come on now. And I just bought Moira's golden gun, so
You bought it?
I did. It's terrible looking, but I love her, so I know this is a roller coaster. This is a roller coaster of emotions.
I can't keep up.
I know.
It's all like kind of gibberishy to me.
It's because her weapon is like these cufflets that come up onto her hand and her palm, and that's the only part that's gold, and her nails.
Okay, I like that.
But like you can't see them.
Oh.
Really.
That's
She's got
stupid.
like long bell sleeves.
Oh.
And the only time you can see it if she's like sticking her hand out like that, you know?
That stinks.
Yeah. But I bought it because I'm a really good Moira, so.
Modest.
I'm not modest at all when it comes to that. I'm a really good Moira.
You say so.
I do.
I have no... Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I could watch you play and be like, yeah, that's great. Or if you say it is.
Yeah. You would know by all the gold medals I get at the end.
Oh, okay.
Never got any gold medals when I was a kid, though, so makes up for it now.
Do you remember that stick? That whomping stick? It's closer now.
Yeah, I see it. I don't want it, though.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Alright.
I'm sure.
Alright.
I'll hurt this.
That's not nice.
Well, that's not nice either.
She kind of wins this time.
I never win. Ooh! Is that it?
That's literally all our notes.
That's all we have.
That's literally it. We
This
had
week
so much
is-
else
this
that we
week
were
is
going to do
slow.
this week.
But just you wait for next week. You will not be disappointed.
No.
Next week is going to be awesome.
I feel really bad. This episode was very lame.
This episode was really short. We
Kinda
won't lie
really
to you.
lame.
Oh, we had a roller coaster of emotions.
We did.
And you know...
We were playing some roller coasters before.
Yes, we were. Roller Coaster Planet?
Coaster Planet.
Coaster Planet.
Mm-hmm.
We started playing it. That game is fun as hell.
Yep, we were even just in the sandbox mode, but you can put yourself in first person
Yeah.
on the coasters.
And like ride the rides.
And we were trying to get all the coasters to like intersect with each other.
Yeah. So like
I don't
if
think
you were
it would have
on
been safe.
one,
You would have lost your head.
oh my god.
Yeah,
there were a
that one-
couple where it
oh.
was like they were like this close
They
to
were
each
real
other.
close. It was very...
It was trouble.
Yes.
But it's really fun. If you miss Roller Coaster Tycoon at all, or you haven't played anything like it, give it a try. It's not that
Actually really fun.
expensive. It's maybe like $15 or something.
No, it's like 40. It's
Is it? Oh, you
44.
got it on sale. That's
I got it
right.
on sale for 12.
Well, it's worth it. If you like
yeah.
roller coaster.
Having now played like with the game itself, I would have been okay spending $44 on it.
It's kind of funny too because it's just a game. But when we were playing it on the screen, it's like it made me feel like I was on a roller coaster. I got like the feeling in
the
my
drop.
stomach when we dropped.
It was. They did a really
It was
nice job
pretty
on
fun.
it. Yeah, they did a really nice job on it.
No, I would definitely buy it. I mean, I don't even remember how much I spent on Roller Coaster Tycoon back in the day.
Probably quite a bit.
I mean, games were not cheap back then, and they are still not cheap now.
They're about the same price.
Yep.
They really haven't changed.
Might have been like $50.
Probably.
Yeah.
I bought mine at Staples.
Comp USA.
Nice. That was too far for me.
Yeah, the one on 46, we went there.
Yep.
It was still far from us, but...
Yep. Yeah, Staples was definitely closer. You know where it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Staples really close to me, too. I don't know why we didn't go there.
I don't know. It's where I always went for my weird PC games. Like, cats.
You like cats?
Yes.
And play horses?
Of course.
Ooh!
Did you ever play the online game, Horse Life?
Yes.
It's gone now. It's a totally different game. It's really upsetting.
I also had a My Little Pony game.
I did not.
But I only had it for one day because it stopped working and my parents went to go return it, but they didn't have any more of the game.
Oh,
so I never got to play it again.
Oh, it stinks.
Yeah. It was the worst. Mm-hmm. But we move on.
Me too. I went back to Neopets like 4 years ago just to see if they were dead.
They never die.
They don't die.
No, they don't die. It's a trick. You can let them starve.
Yeah, you really don't have to give a shit about them. You can just play those mini games.
This has taken such a strange turn.
I mean...
because of the lack of topics we have this week.
Yeah.
It's just been a slow news week.
It has, and all this news came out Wednesday.
Yeah.
So when you guys see this, it's going to be literally almost a week old.
Oh, the February games for PS Plus are Rhyme and Knack. So they're kid-friendly this month. That's an important note.
Which is very nice.
Can't believe I didn't put that in the notes.
Totally forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll have some kid-friendly options. Rhyme is actually really fun, even if you're not a kid. I don't really like Knack, but it's very popular with kids.
I tried, like, one of the free hour plays on it.
The demo.
Yeah, didn't care.
No.
It's not really the demo, though, because it's, like, a timed... It was, like, old school PlayStation Plus memberships. We got, like, a full hour, and however far you got in that hour was the thing. It wasn't, like, a set level. They did that, too, for Kingdoms of Almir.
Kingdoms of Almir. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally didn't like it.
Well.
Kept me from buying it.
Trash. Well, that's good. I kind of wish they would do that for more stuff.
That's probably why they don't. Because people
will be like, no, I don't want that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would be too easy.
Yeah, it would.
Shame.
Mm-hmm. Little bit. Well, that's really it.
That's it.
That's really all we have.
Sorry that this episode was a little bit on the short side. Maybe it was a little boring for you guys, but just stick with us. We promise you next week it will be worth the wait and worth this very short, slow episode. It's going to be really, really fun, and we hope you will join us for it next week. And that'll be it. We'll see you then.
If you want to support us, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/RPGpodcast. We have a couple tiers. We're going to have some fun bloopers from this week from us trying to get it going for you guys. I can't believe I recorded them.
Yep.
Oh, that was bad. We also have our Tumblr.
Yep.
redheadsplayinggames.tumblr.com. We each have our own Twitter. I'm twitter.com/SerenitySyn.
Sin,
SYNN. That's true. That makes a lot more sense.
At SerenitySyn.
This is usually your thing.
Sorry. At SerenitySyn, SYNN. At InvaderJess222. We also have Facebook that you can follow us on. We post, like, just fun articles on there as well as our own content.
Yep.
And that's about it for all of the places you can find us on the interwebs.
Yep. Listen to the audiocast on CastBox, Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher. And our videocast is up on YouTube. And with that, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.